In a battle against a similar-seeded Western Conference foe that recently added Russell Westbrook, the Warriors made a comeback again led by Jordan Poole with a vintage third-quarter performance. I want to break down some of his 34 points and how he carved out the Clippers' defense. So let's get to it. With a 2-point lead, the Warriors wanted to target Mason Plumlee in a pick and roll since he's a slow-footed big man. When Dre comes for the pick, Terrence Mann tries to ice this to the sideline, assuming Plumlee was going to be there to show. However, JP rejects the screen and collapses the Clippers' defense. Batum correctly rotates over as the weak side low man, but Poole uses a sweet up and under move to avoid the shot block for the layup. The Dubs love to attack big man in the small ball lineup, so let's keep targeting Plumlee. Norman Powell was in a big denied position here, and the goal is to prevent handoff actions, but the counter to this is for Draymond to almost set a reverse dribble handoff, where Green screens with his back and bounces the ball forward and Poole can pick it up and attack off the catch. Plumlee is in a drop coverage here, but Poole wiggles his way into a wide open push shot from 10 feet. In a third quarter barrage, Golden State wanted to keep to the offensive game plan, which is to isolate Plumlee in a pick and roll. Kuminga comes up for the screen to bring him into the action, and this time Powell doesn't really ice him and JP makes a sweet in and out dribble to once again collapse the paint. Kawhi Leonard rotates over as the weak side low man and is a much better shot blocker than Batum, so Poole times his bounce pass perfectly for the Draymond layup. By now the Warriors are rolling, but credit Kuminga for making a huge effort fronting Kawhi here and letting a bad passer in Plumlee try to make the home run play. Looney comes from behind to help, and this becomes a turnover, and here is when JP predicted the Clippers' defensive coverage, as he knows they want to switch on-ball screens. Lamb makes a brilliant play to try and set a drag screen, but at the end slips the pick, confusing both Terrence Mann and Norman Powell, who assumed this would have been a switch. Poole stops in his tracks when he recognized the failed defensive coverage and launches an open three. And finally in the fourth quarter, to further extend the lead, we have a classic Warriors split action, this time involving 3 players. Draymond gets the ball in the post, and remember, the Clippers are switching all off-ball screens. Switching off-ball picks is usually more efficient in guarding the split action, but this possession was terrible communication by LA. Dante uses Poole's first screen in the back cut, and PG and Plumlee switch this, trying to keep him as close to the paint as possible. As Looney is going to set the second pick, look at Russell Westbrook's position here, in pretty much no man's land. JP uses Looney's pick to get free, confusing Paul George as he was expecting another switch, but there is no one there. PG recognizes too late and trails the screen, giving Jordan Poole all day and night to fire from downtown. There you guys have it. Jordan Poole blows up with 34 points in the game and 22 in the third quarter, leading Golden State to a vintage third quarter performance against the Clippers. The Warriors allowed the fewest points of the season in the clamping display in the second half, giving them another huge win on the front end of a back-to-back. This was a big matchup as both LA and Golden State are fighting for a playoff spot, and this keeps the Dubs in 5th place and opens up a little room, just in time for Steph Curry to come back on Sunday against the Lakers. Another big win at home, and let's get ready tomorrow against the Pelicans. So if you guys like this breakdown, like and subscribe to see more.